Hello everybody and welcome to another third-party product review. This one brought to you by the guys over at X2Toys. We're looking at XT006 and XT006G. These are the upgrade kits for a Masterpiece Bumblebee and Masterpiece Generation 2 Bumblebee. I was extremely impressed by the kit they did for Ultra Magnus, so when I saw this one teased, I thought I really have to have it. They've kind of taken the design that Takara gave us with the Jetpack and kind of upgraded it almost and made it more accurate, made it easier to use. Let's just start off by taking a quick look around the box. Both boxes are pretty much identical, albeit the XT006G has a yellow section on here. And this section here is also yellow, and you have a big G up here. But as you can see, you get all of the face guards down the bottom here. You get all the computer system at the back here. And if you spin the box around, this is designed for ages 16+. We get a thanks for selecting X2Toys products. Enjoy yourself and have fun. I think that's the aim of the game for these guys, isn't it? To give us kits that we can have fun with. Can't wait for their Devastator kit. Flicking around, we've got the instruction manual. It's a nice minimalistic packaging, but then again, that does save on our shipping costs. Now, if you've seen a lot of the X2Toys photographs lately, they've got their own kind of hanger system going on. They're going to be releasing individual squares that kind of build up and make a very similar background to what I've got here. But they've decided to include sections of this in their Bumblebee packs. Basically, this section here, we're all going to put this together, and that's going to form part of the hanger which we can hang all of our jetpacks on. Very reminiscent of the kind of G1 coloration of the Ark, so they can just run up to the side, grab their jetpacks and go and fight. Right, let's start assembling this background piece. You've got this piece here which forms the base. You can peg this section onto the orange base, peg that on, and then just push that back section in. That holds that section in firmly. You then get your second piece, and again the mechanism is exactly the same. You've got a tab and a tab, and as you tab those in, that background will just come on, slide in and push through, and that locks everything into place. We have this squarish kind of piece here. This lid section slides into the slots, tabs in there, and again on that side just slides through, tabs in, slides down, and that's going to form a cabinet lid. This section now attaches onto here. You see that there's this slot here and slot there. That's going to slide in, and as you bring that down, there's a tab just at the bottom, and that's going to tab in firmly like so. We now have this small computer touchscreen panel. Like with some keyboards on here and what looks like some sort of mouse section. That can now come in and tab in over here. Again, everything is very tight, and once it's in, I don't think it's really designed to come back out. It does fit in really firmly. We then have this rack section. That's what we use to store the backpack. There's these two tabs here, and they're going to tab through these holes. This is actually a very sturdy plastic. It's just not the most, it's not the easiest thing to do on camera, that's all. Coming in you go. There we go. If you've ever had one of the Gundam bases, which is what I've been using as my backdrop, it's made of a very similar plastic, although it does feel somewhat thicker. You then get this clip, and if we pop the energy rods just in here, I'm not going to put them all in because I'd like to have some lining the floor of now I'll put them all in just for the review, but I'm eventually going to have some lining the floor of my base area here. They've got like a little diagram on the instruction sheet using their own flooring, and they've kind of lifted a piece up, and Bumblebee is digging around trying to fix it for Wheeljack. If we just place that on the back there, those energy rods can just be stored there. And then we can now bring in the jetpack. Let's just do a quick comparison. They do look very similar. Obviously the levels of detailing are way up there when you come to the X2 toys. They've just given us some nice paint applications. They've given us ball jointed hinges, so there's no need to take the Jetpack apart. It can just slot over those shoulders, and I actually think it looks more G1 accurate than the one that Takara gave us. Really, really nice. Very, very close shade of colouring, albeit this one is the metallic colour. When we get the gold version of this out, I'll show you the colour differences. It is way more metallic and very in keeping with the 21G. Just a very, very nice backpack. The Jetpack can then sit on this shelf here, ready. They can type away at the keyboard, grab their Jetpack and fly out of the arc. Now we also get more accessories. We get this small radar to go on his shoulder. It's well made. It's again made of a very, very strong, robust plastic. But I would just be careful of these tips here. I can see those getting damaged if we don't look after it. It's basically just a matter of picking and choosing what type of sections we want on the radar, and that's all. They all peg in the same. They've got this tab and just push in and secure in. Again, these are made of a very, very thin translucent plastic, but I don't have any fear of this breaking. It's more worried about them getting lost. There we go. Let's go for that radar, and if we bring in our Bumblebee, just that tab on his shoulder there, we can just slide that over, push that down, and there we go. There we have him with a radar on his shoulder. What a fantastic touch. Now we also get this nice little radio accessory as well. Now we already know we're getting a Communicator when we get the Masterpiece Ironhide, and so they thought they'd given us one for Bumblebee, which is absolutely glorious. It's tiny, absolutely tiny. Again, this just pegs in on that nubbin on his arm there. Just push that in. They're utilising all the existing holes that Takara have already given us. And there we have. Now he can communicate with the rest of the Autobots. But what about all those accessories? I don't want to lose them, I hear you say. Well, then we just open up this cabinet, and we can put all of the smaller pieces back in here. Therefore, we don't lose them. Now, if you remember when I got my Masterpiece Bumblebee, I did get it early, and unfortunately I didn't get any of the faceplates with it. But again, X2 Toys are to the rescue, and they come bearing 4 very unique faces. First of all, we have a very normal-esque Bumblebee face there. Really nice expression. We get a, oh my, we're on a moon base and Unicron is going to eat us face. And the next 2 faces are very kind of Japanesey cartoony, with those really crazy mad expressions. This one looks like he's got his eyes shut, and this one looks like he's just been bopped on the head. Now I know some of you are going to absolutely hate those cartoonish faces, but I think they're fun, and they're already going to include these very realistic G1 anime inspired Bumblebee faces, so why not give us a couple of crazy faces as well. Now, first of all, let's check the colour match. That, in my opinion, is nigh on perfect. They've actually got the eyes a lot nicer than what Takara gave us. So let's just pop out the face. And let's... That's just scary, isn't it? I'm Unicron. Let's just plug in the new one. Slides in there nicely. There we go. That, I think, looks fantastic. Now, whilst we're not using these accessories, we can just pop those off, and we can store them inside this unit like we did with the radar pieces. Should just slide off. Come on. There we go. It slides off. We'll store those in there, and let's install his backpack. Installation is extremely easy. There's a tab on these grey sections. They're going to tab into the shoulder pads on Bumblebee. Just move his arms forward. Bring and rotate the backpack down. Looking on the underside, there's a tab just here. That's going to tab in on there. And again on this side, bring this section round. There's that tab. And that's just going to tab in like so. And there it is on. I think it looks nice on. There's no stress on any of the joints because everything is ball mounted. Everything fits on nice and tight. Nothing's coming off there at all. And again, I'm just very, very impressed by the overall look and feel. It really does feel very Masterpiece-esque. Now, the only real differences when we get to the gold set are basically the metallic paint. As you can see here, his Jetpack is painted up in the metallic colours, very similar to what we got with the actual Takara figure. And again, they've done a really great colour matching job on the Communicator there. That's painted up in that very, very similar gold. And we've got a metallic paint job on his radio system, the antenna satellite thing there. That's all been painted up nicely as well. And then we get the added faces. As you can see, these two are the same as what we got with the regular set. And these two are they're somewhat different. That one's like, oh my! And this one's like, what you talking about, Willis? Each to their own. I'm not going to change the faceplate out on my G2 Bumblebee because I really, really do love the helmet that actually came with him. Kind of that almost Cobra Commander-esque visor. I really do love that one. So I will just be keeping his antenna on him and his radio communicator so he can get in contact with G2 Sideswipe. Now, of course, as we get more and more accessories from X2 Toys, you can combine them together. Just line up all those tabs and just push them all together and they will start to click and tab in like so. So there we have it, guys. That is the XT006 kit for Bumblebee, both G1 and G2 inspired. A very, very good kit. It's fun, and I really am looking forward to getting more of these accessories. They do work extremely well with the Gundam bases that I already have, but I will definitely be picking up the X2 Toys bases as well because they will work fantastically with my reviews. If you don't currently own a G2 Masterpiece Bumblebee, then maybe this is a great kit for you to get that Jetpack without the need to buy one. And if you do own one, then in my opinion, it's a great set to upgrade those existing accessories. I really like the Communicator, I love the satellite receiver, and the Jetpack itself. They have really stepped up from what Takara offered us. As per all my other videos, within the next few days I will have a full photo gallery available over at benscollectibles.com. Just click on the info button up here and it'll take you straight through. If you have any requests for any comparison shots, etc., please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. I do try to get back to everybody. Make sure you check me out on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. If you found the video useful, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, from myself and the Bumblebees, goodbye.